And as his career got better and better, he wanted to get out of it.
Stevie boy.
All right, Ted.
Now, Johnny is my father's godson.
Sound down. So, Stevie, what's the story today then?
So, Wednesday again, we are off to Michelle on Parsons Terrace in Edinburgh to collect a Brother PR 1050 and another undescribed machine. I think it'll be another 6-needle machine, probably a PR 670.
Very good.
Long-standing customer of ours, a very nice customer. Straightforward. So off to T-Bay, M6 to T-Bay, and then carry on straight up the M6, M74, turn right to Edinburgh, and she's on the outskirts of Edinburgh. One of our favourite runs. Much easier going north than south traffic wise. Once we get past the M55, which goes off to the west to Blackpool, the traffic pretty much disappears, and it's a nice scenic, traffic wise quiet run.
The boys are climbing north, up the M6. They've passed the turn-off for Blackpool, and so the traffic has eased up. Weather is overcast, and there's some fog ahead. But look at that orange Fiat, isn't it cute? Hold it, cowboy. Isn't that a Vauxhall Firenze? Blimey O'Reilly. I think it is. There is, always, an Eddie Stobart truck. The boys arrive at Annandale Services, in Dumfriesshire. Time for a stretch of the legs, and a cup of coffee. It's also one of the switcheroony points, where the boys swap over the driving. A bit later, they arrive in Edinburgh. Michelle, who runs the embroidery shop, has 2 Brother 10-needle embroidery machines ready for collection. She booked them in for service some weeks back. If you look in the background, you can see Michelle's shop.
So, on our way back from Michelle in Edinburgh, the embroidery shop, so we picked up 2 10-needles, 2 Brother PR 1050Xs, both for service. This one is full service, that one's a full service, but it got jammed. It's difficult to see, but it's got no needle plate on it. And Michelle got in there with the scissors and damaged the thread holding clip underneath the fixed knife, so it's no big deal there. the thread holding piece and the knife would have been replaced as a matter of routine on the service anyway, so it won't incur any additional cost. And they're both good machines which we've serviced before. And of course, if you have your machines serviced on a regular basis, then you know that you're going to go to the next service without a breakdown, and you know how much it's going to cost all the time. So it's the best way to operate. Okay.
The boys head back down the A74 and the M6, back to Manchester. And a few days later, in the workshop.
So Stevie, this is one of the machines we collected from Michelle in Edinburgh. What's the story?
So it's just a routine service. So as you can see, we take all the covers off the machine. So it's got no covers on it at all. That's just where we're up to with this one. Then we take it along and blast everything out on our compressor. We strip the tension platform, especially the pre-tensioners get a lot of lint and rubbish underneath them. They all need stripping front and back. All the tension dials, we clean that entire platform. Then round at this side, we take off this inspection plate which holds the LCD unit, so we can get to the front of the top shaft and the two cranks. It's vital to take this off so you can get to that properly, to clean out the grease which will have dried and burnt on those mechanisms, and re-grease and re-lubricate them. We re-lubricate the rest of the machine, check the timing, check the needle to hook gap, go through, I think it's around about a, let's see, find the sheet for this one. I've not got one handy. Go through about 47 checks on them where we check and reset everything. And finally we test sew it. If it test sews okay, we put the covers back on and clean the covers and sew it off finally, and make sure on the 10 needle as well that the frames are centering. We do an AD test, that the camera is working on the photograph and the scan in the scan mode, and we test everything on it completely. Once we've done that, obviously we replace anything that needs replacing, like the knives, the needle plate base, any drive belts, the motor depending on the hours, etc. And anything we come across which appears worn. The aim in the servicing is to make sure that the machine continues running for the customer until the next scheduled service, which is the ideal situation. You don't want it breaking down in the meantime. So we know we're not going to see the machine for at least 1,000 hours, sometimes 1,500 hours. So we replace everything that we think may fail in that time. And we make sure, as I say, that the machine's properly cleaned and lubricated with fresh lubricants, of the correct type of lubricant as well. There's about 5 different types. There's Molykote EM30L grease, Shell RO100 bearing oil, dispersion like machine oil, and another one I just can't remember. It's critical that all the oils and lubricants are correct. So it makes sure that it will run for the customer until the next scheduled service in about 1,000, 1,500 hours. That's the whole point. You don't want your commercial machine letting you down when you've got your own deadlines for your own customers. That's what we try and achieve, and hopefully most of our customers are happy that we do achieve that. Okay, that's Steve from the workshop at Bambers.
It's the following Wednesday, time to return the 2 brother embroidery machines to Michelle, in Edinburgh. It's early when Alan calls at Steve's for breakfast and briefings. Inevitably, Steve is watching The Godfather. He makes Alan an offer he can't refuse: coffee and tea cakes.
Stevie boy.
Just go for a leg. I want the rest.
Morning, Ted.
Morning. So, can you turn the TV down, please, old boy? the Godfather again. So, what's the story today, Steve?
We're going back to Michelle at the embroidery shop, Parsons Terrace in Edinburgh, to return 2 10 needle machines that we've repaired and serviced. On the way, we're going to stop just past T-Bay at Shap, which is kind of near Penrith, I think, at a young lady that we delivered a PR 680 to about 18 months ago, who's got a problem with, it sounds like the check spring on needle number 3. Sometimes when you unthread these machines, what a lot of people do is they grab the bobbin of thread off the top and they pull it and pull the trail of thread through all the thread guides and the tension units. And sometimes if there's a little knot on the end of the thread or a fray that twists, you can catch the check spring and pull it up, and that's what sounds like happening to her. She says the tension's fine on all 6 needles except number 3, and number 3 keeps fraying. And I checked the return with her and she said there was no return on number 3, so I think that's that. So it's a quick little repair on the way at that young lady's, whose name I can't remember, and then back to Edinburgh and then back home. That's it.
A little while later, the boys arrive at T-Bay Services. Always a favourite place to stop when heading north. They also do a lovely sausage bap. And any self-respecting sausage requires a healthy dollop of HP sauce. Lovely. The boys are back at Annandale Services and just look at the weather, beautiful. Alan puts the drone up for a view from above. Let's have a tune while we watch. On the way up to Edinburgh, the boys pass Queen Margaret University. Over the years Bambas have supplied many sewing machines and accessories to Queen Margaret. So we thought we'd say hi. The boys have returned the 2 embroidery machines to Michelle. So now they are making their way down the hill. Biggar is a lovely little town, and Alan and Steve often stop here for a sandwich break and a short walkabout. It also has a great hardware store. So this journey is done. The boys have completed yet another job. Collecting 2 brother embroidery machines. This time from a regular customer in Edinburgh. Returning them to the workshop for a thorough service and repair. Then returning the machines the following week. So, if you have a brother 6 or 10 needle embroidery machine that requires service or repair, phone Bambas on 0161 707 7786. We also provide the same service for the Brother VR and PR1X embroidery machines. And one last thing. Alan and Steve will drink tea or coffee. Milk, no sugar. Thank you, and bye for now.